headed to week 5, Sylvie, which means the bye week start.
Oh, already?
Already. It's already going to be a nightmare. You talked about the injuries across the league, which are already problematic. Well, go ahead and add 4 teams who won't be playing this week to that mix, and it's going to be chaotic for fantasy players out there.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Sure.
I said this. I've been saying this the last couple of weeks, and you guys look at me and go, you say that every year. And is there stats that suggest that there are more injuries so far this year at this point than last year or the year before? Or is that just me feeling few?
You know what? I did see a stat about offensive linemen across the league.
Yeah.
Heading into
Here, hold this one.
What?
No, I just said this.
Heading into this Sunday, there was something like 90 offensive linemen that had been injured already. So, but I don't know how that compares to years past.
Don't you think that this has to do with these linemen not getting calloused?
I totally do.
Yes. Lack of
And by the way,
preparation.
did you see like James Daniels he's out for the year with an Achilles tear in Pittsburgh. Yeah, they've lost 3. Speaking of linemen, Jeff, 3 of their starting offensive linemen, I think, are out for the year. All right, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no worries. So bye weeks this week. The Eagles, Lions, Chargers, and Titans. Of course, the Lions and Eagles probably the bigger issues, although with the Eagles having a couple of wide receivers already out, they could probably stand to use this bye week.
Yes.
But, so you won't have Hurts. You won't have all the Lions' weapons. So, a couple of teams that a lot of fantasy owners rely upon. So what do? Well, I think your top target for fantasy purposes, somebody who potentially could help you not just this week, but for a good period of time, is Kareem Hunt of the Chiefs. We saw him kind of take control of the backfield last week once Carson Steele fumbled for the second consecutive week. Kareem Hunt is available in 45% of leagues, so just under half. But if he's out there, I think you want to make him the top target. He had 14 carries, 69 yards last week, and 2 catches for 16 yards. So he's the guy who I think might actually be a viable option going forward. Trey Sermon, the Colts backup running back, is somebody who, speaking of injuries, may benefit from Jonathan Taylor, who suffered a mild high ankle sprain.
Yeah, there's such a. I heard that. Like, you never think of the high ankle sprain as mild.
Yeah, I'm with you, which is why I think that Trey Sermon is probably going to be the Colts featured back this week. Now, he didn't have a great week last week. He had 5 carries for 8 yards. Taylor played most of the week, but we did see Trey Sermon rip off a touchdown run against the Bears back in week 3 when Taylor was catching a breather on the sideline. So Trey Sermon was somebody who actually was drafted fairly high by the 49ers. I think he was a 3rd-round pick by Kyle Shanahan back in the day. So he's somebody with talent. I think he's somebody you want to target, even though we don't necessarily know if Taylor's going to play. The high ankle sprain scares me enough where I think Trey Sermon will probably be a starter. Tyler Algier for the Falcons. We know that name. He's been around for a while now, but he got more work last week, 8 carries, 60 yards. Bijan Robinson is dealing with a shoulder injury. So Algier